Hello students, today we will going to start new chapter C++. C++ is an object oriented programming language. Object oriented means there are class and we create the instance of class, means object of that class. C++ is a cross platform language that can be used to create high performance applications. Initially C++ was named as C with classes, and C++ was developed by Bjarne Stroustrup as an extension of C language, developed at AIT and T. Bell Laboratories, USA. In early 18s, C++ is just incremented version of C. It is a superset of C. Almost all C programs can also run in C++ compiler. Also, C++ allows user to create abstract data types, to inherit properties from existing data types, means it allow to create new data types that inherit properties from existing data types. C++ also supports polymorphism. Polymorphism means many forms. Object oriented libraries can be built by C++. We can build object oriented libraries by using C++. C++ gives programmers a high level control over system resources and memory. More important facilities added in C++ are classes, function overloading, operator overloading. C++ program can be easily implemented, maintained, and expanded. Next is data types in C++. There are three types of data types in C++. First is user defined, built-in, and derived. User defined means you can define the data types during programming. They are user defined data types. Built-in means they the data types which are already defined or already saved in C++. Derived data types, array, function, and pointer. User defined are structure, union, class, or enumeration. Built-in are integer, character, float, boolean, void, etc. And derived are arrays, functions, and pointers. Integer data types includes int and character. Integer variable requires 2 bytes to store data, while character variable requires only 1 byte. Integer variables are also of two types, short integer and long integer. Long integer requires 4 bytes, while short integer requires only 2 bytes. Void data type is to specify the return type of function when it is not returning any value. If you are declaring function and then that function does not return any value, then we can declare that function as a void function. To indicate an empty argument list of to the function. Void data type is also used to declare generic pointers. And type floating type variables are of two types, float and double. Float variable requires 4 bytes, while double requires 8 bytes to store in memory. There is another kind of double that is long double, which requires 10 byte to store in memory. Next is C++ operators. In C++, operators are used to perform operations on variables and values. C++ divides the operator into four groups, that is arithmetic operators, assignment operators, comparison operators, and logical operators. Arithmetic operators Arithmetic operators are used to perform common mathematical operations that are additions, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, increment, and decrement. Addition operator. Addition operator adds together two values. We can use it as our variables, between them addition operator. Next operator, subtraction. It subtracts one value from another. We use the operator between. Next is multiplication. It multiplies two values. We can use this operator as x into y. Next operator is multiplication. Next operator is division operator. It divides one value by another. We can use it as x divided by 2. Next operator is modulus. Description. It returns the division remainder. We can use it as x mod y. Next operator is increment. It increases the value of variable by 1. We can use it as plus plus x or plus plus a. Means x and y are our variables. We can use any variables. Next operator is decrement operator. It decreases the value of variable by 1. We can use it as x minus minus x. Next is assignment. Second type is assignment operators. Assignment operators are used to assign values to a variable. Here equal to sign is used to assign the value 10 to the variable x. Means using assignment operator we can assign the value to the variables. All assignment operators equal to this assigns the value 5 to the variable x. We can use it as it is. Plus equal to. We can use it. We can use it like this or this. X is equals to x plus 3. Next operator is minus equal to. We can use it as both the types, x minus equal to 3 or x is equals to x minus 3. This is easy way. Forget this way. Multiply equals to x is equals to x into 3. Divide equal to, we can use it as x is equals to x divided by 3. Modulus equal to, we can use it as x is equals to x mod 3. And equal to, we can use it x is equals to x and 3. all operators we use using equal to sign. Next is comparison operators. Comparison operators are used to compare two values. For example, we declare integer x equals to 5, int y equals to 3. Next, we compare these two values. It returns 1 if x is greater than y. It returns 0 if y is greater than x. Here, 5, x is equals to 5 and y is equals to 3. So it returns 1 because the value is true or the expression is true because 5 is greater than 3. Comparison operators equal to, we can use it as x is equal to y. Not equal to, we can use it as x not equals to y. Greater than x, we can use it as x greater than y. Less than, use at x less than y. Greater than equal to, used as less than equal to. There are more two more operators that are insertion operators and extraction operator. Insertion operator is also called as put to operator. It inserts the content of variable on its right to the object on its list. It's generally used in output statement in C++. For example, cout operator a and semicolon. Next is extraction operator. Extraction operator is also called as get from operator. It extracts or takes the value from keyboard and assign it to the variable on its right. It is used in input statement in C++. Insertion operator is for cout statement, and extraction operator is for cin statement. For example, c in extraction operator a and last semicolon. Next are logical operators. Logical operators are used to determine the logic between variables or values. First operator is logical AND. It returns true if both statements are true. We can use this operator like this. For example, x is less than 5 and operator x is less than 10. Logical OR. It returns true if one of the statement is true. For example, we can use this operator like this. Next operator is logical NOT. Reverse the result returns false if the result is true. It reverses the given statement and returns false if the result is true. Next is scope resolution operator. This is scope resolution operator. It used to get hidden names due to variable scopes so that you can still use them. is a block structural language. That is, C++ may contains one block within another block. When variable is declared in program, scope extends from the point of declaration till the end of block in which it is defined. Means in which block you define the operator, the scope of that operator is between only for that block. If you want to use same variable in different block, then you can use that variables using scope resolution operator. The same variable name can be used to have different meaning in different blocks. Scope resolution operator can be used as both unary and binary. You can use unary scope operator if a namespace scope or a global scope name is hidden by a particular declaration of an equivalent name during a block or a class. For a consider example, int x, here we define static data member or static variable count equals to 10. Main function, we declare int x is equals to 0. We use here count variable of another block, means this variable is from outside the main function. We start main function here and we use this count variable from outside the main function. Use static member of x. Here is a class x. We declare class x. In class we declare a variable static, that variable is static count. We assign value count 10. Next, in main function we declare int x is equals to 0, and next line we use scope resolution operators and use count variable from class x, and here is a count variable. So this is scope resolution operator. You can use the variables from the outside of class using scope resolution operator. If you want a static data member, you can also use a scope resolution operator. Next two operators are new operator and delete operator. These are memory management operators. First is new operator. New operator is used to create the object. When the object is created by using the new operator, then the object will exist until we explicitly use the delete operator to delete the object. Means you can create the object using new operator. If you want to delete that operator, you have to use the delete operator for it. The new operator returns null if memory location is unsuccessful. If it is unsuccessful to store the data for that memory location, then it returns the null. Syntax for use of new operator is pointer variable equals to new. New is a keyword to declare or to create the new data and data type for it. Used to create object using the new operator. Pointer variable is the name of pointer variable. New is the operator, and data type defines the type of that data. For example, pointer variable is we declare star p. Int star p is a pointer variable. Pointer variable equal to new operator, and next is data type, that is int. We create the variable p. Next is delete operator. When memory is no longer required, then it needs to be deallocated so that the memory can be used for another purpose. Delete operator is used to return the memory allocated by the new operator back to the memory full. Thus, release memory will be reused by other parts of the program. We can use delete operator as delete operator and pointer variable. In above statement, delete is the operator used to delete the existing object, and pointer variable is the name of pointer variable. In previous case, we created pointer p. In this example, we created already pointer p. Now we have to delete that value or deallocate that memory because we no need. We can use delete operator, delete and the pointer variable. Now point variable p is deleted or deallocated that memory. Now see simple C++ program. Hash include IOStream is a header file library that work with input and output object, such as we are using cout statement in this program. For this we need hash include iostream.h. Means this statement used for input output objects that are needed in a program. Next is using namespace std, means that we can use names for objects and variables from the standard library. We use names from standard library. You need to write this two statement in every C++ program. Next is this int main. This is a main function. We can declare this main function also as a void. Void data type we will discuss. If we declare a function as a void, it does not return any value, but our main function is returning a value, so it declare as an integer, that is int. Now in main function, start with opening bracket and end with closing bracket. Cout statement is for print the output to the screen or print any value to the screen, and function returning a value. Fifth line, cout is an object used with the insertion operator to output or print text. In our example, it prints hello world. In cout statement, we write hello world, so it returns a value hello world. Return 0 it just stops the main function and it ends. And every statement of C++ program is end with semicolon except main function. Every statement we is ended with a semicolon. Body of int main could also written as int main opening bracket cout hello world return 0 end. We write this statement in 4 lines, but we can also write it in 1 line, because when we write semicolon, the statement is end.